will stay here permanently. Dave's working in the back of the exhibit with Tony, our harbor seal. She's one of our best retrievers, and she just went and retrieved a little basketball for Dave. You'll see Cynthia putting some eye drops in Triton's eyes. He had cataract surgery a year ago, February. Had his cataracts removed. So he has maintenance drops that go in his eyes every day, and this training allows us to be able to make sure that he gets his medications regularly. As you can see, he's pretty compliant with that, because when he gets done with that, he gets followed up with a favorite food item, fish. At one point in time during the winter, Triton was eating up to 40 pounds of fish a day. It pretty much felt like we were just feeding fish all day long. They'll put on an inordinate amount of weight in the winter. Right now, Triton's weighing in at about 360 pounds. And that's probably the heaviest Triton. I know that's the heaviest Triton's ever been here. Say hi to Triton, everybody. Now you'll notice that Triton has very large front flippers. That's the way he makes his way through the water. He literally flies through the water. While Tony, on the other hand, has large rear flippers. She is what's considered a true seal, while Triton is an eared seal. He has tiny little ear flaps on the side of his head. Tony doesn't have any ear flaps. Now Tony is a harbor seal, and they come from all around the globe. You can find harbor seals just about in every ocean. You'll notice that she's about 150 pounds. She's spotted. And her spot pattern is pretty unique to her. Now these guys are mammals. They are covered with hair. It's nice and wet and slick right now. They're very aerodynamic in the water, and they are considered the acrobats of the ocean. They do give birth to live young, and they nurse their young. Sea lions and seals come on shore once a year and stay there for quite a while, for several months, hanging out there where all the birthing and the mating occurs, and it's called rookeries. When little baby seals are born, they are covered with a white hair that's called a lanuga. That white hair, they don't go back out into the ocean until they start to shed that lanuga. Uh-oh. He sometimes gets ahead of us. Now these guys also have an interesting adaptation that when they go underwater, you or I take a deep breath and hold it. These guys actually exhale water before they dive. And that allows them to be able to dive much deeper than we could dive. They also have their nice strong whiskers on the front of their face. You see as he turns his whiskers forward when Cynthia gives him a fish, it allows him to locate fish in dark, murky waters. He can feel them, he doesn't have to see them. They also have to forcibly open their noses to take a breath, so that allows them to be able to take a nap on the bottom of the pool. Sometimes people will call us and tell us there's something wrong. Our seals haven't come up for a long time, and it's because they're taking a snooze down there. That was a little added extra on the ski there at the end, a little splash. Go around. Does anybody have any questions about our seals or sea lions? I think Dave's going to bring Tony up here on the dock and let you guys have a look at her. Now they do have very sharp peg-like teeth, but their teeth are made for gripping and ripping. They typically will catch a large fish, rip it in half, and eat it. Here at the zoo, so that we have more opportunities to feed our animals and to work with them, we'll cut our large herring in half. That also keeps them from grabbing a fish and flinging it and whacking us with the fish. Now these guys all go through a molt once a year. Tony should be starting to molt here in not the too distant future. When she gets done molting, her white color or the light color on her will get real silvery white. It'll be very pretty, and she'll look totally different than she looks now. You can see that she has to keep her belly flat on the ground. She makes her way through the water with her rear flippers, not her front flippers. Those little front flippers work as rudders. Anybody have any questions? What's your question? Real loud. I can't hear her. Okay. We're going to wind down our session here. These guys are going to have access to the exhibit for the rest of the afternoon. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us for our training session. We hope you come back and visit in the latter part of April, April the 26th. We'll be opening up the bear portion of Glacier Run, so come back and check out our bears. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.
I know, so I was just thinking.
Yeah.
That's it.